Yo guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. You're probably thinking to yourself, Sander, you filmed this video yesterday and you were wearing the same thing. Yeah, because I put on the sweater again and it's a really comfortable sweater. But today I am doing something a little bit different. I have not done it a little bit, and I'm doing How Good Is It once again. And we are going to be reviewing the GoPro Hero 5, the only edition that they came out with. But this is the review of the GoPro Hero 5. Let's get right into the video. So, as some of you may know, the GoPro Hero 5 was released a little bit earlier this year, a couple months ago actually. Very, very hyped up, just like the Hero 6 was hyped up as well, and just like the new thing that they came out with as well, which is like crazy good, like some next level 360 camera. But yeah, so they came out with this, and this was very hyped up, and I've been using it now for a little less than a month. No, not even, like, yeah, a little bit less than a month, and I absolutely love it, and here's why. So there are a whole bunch of reasons why I think this is an amazing action camera. However, there is also a couple of reasons why a few little caveats that I have against the camera, but that's like everything. Nothing is going to be the perfect device, but they are very small things, and one sort of bigger thing that I'd like to talk about in regards to the GoPro Hero 5. I think it was called Black Edition, but like I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's the only edition. So yeah, let's get into the pros of this camera. Now, if you know GoPro, you know that you can pretty much buy mounts and put this thing anywhere. That is my first thing. This is so convenient for so many reasons. Let me stand up. This is so small. You can see my pocket. Fits right in my pocket. You can barely even tell it's in my pocket. Like, it's perfect for any circumstance. This shoots in 4K and at 30 frames it was really good. So I usually shoot at 2.7K at 60 frames because that gives me the best image. And I also make sure that I am shooting at a linear mode. I try to line it up as close as I possibly can to my like footage that I'd be shooting on my A7 Mark II. So I shoot in a linear mode because it's more of a flat profile, whereas when you shoot it in a medium mode or a wide mode or an ultra wide mode, depending on where you're shooting, what quality you're shooting in, it skews the image and it looks more like a action camera instead of like an actual camera. So if you want the best results, my advice would be to shoot in a linear mode at all, like when you have an opportunity to, and shoot with that. Like, honestly, shoot with that, because you will get the best quality of video and the closest video to an actual camera, and it's not just gonna look like an action camera. But if you really want that wide angle shot, which GoPro offers, which is fantastic, which I love as well, because it offers the opportunity to capture a lot more than what you'd be able to usually capture, then you can use that wide or ultra wide mode. But it just depends what you're shooting. But if you want it to look exactly like your camera does, I highly recommend that you shoot in a linear profile. Another amazing part about this is the time-lapse feature, which I use all the time. I'll put in a little bit of a clip of a time-lapse in the corner up here, but I use the time-lapse feature all the time. I pretty much use it every single day, and it's just sometimes just for my sake because I like taking time-lapse, and sometimes I'll throw it into these videos and stuff, but the time-lapse feature is fantastic. It does exactly what I want it to. It captures a perfect time-lapse every single time, and you can set the intervals as to when it takes the pictures, because it's not taking a video, it takes photos like some cameras do, and it ends up looking even better than just a video time-lapse would, because sometimes video time-lapses don't always adjust based on the conditions. Like, you can end up overexposing or underexposing a time-lapse because you don't have it set at the right setting if you're doing it in a video. But in photo, if you set it to an automatic and you have a timer on it, like this does as well, you can get the best quality time-lapse that you would want out of your shot. Another amazing part to this is also the night time-lapse. I have not got into enough depth of using it. I've tried it a few times. The night time lapses are pretty cool because they can actually help you capture the stars in a time lapse, which is very rare. Very few cameras actually give you the opportunity to do that. It works better if you are closer, like if you're further north. So like I'm not crazy north right now, and we typically get a lot of light pollution. There's clouding in the sky at night, which is unfortunate, so I don't get to see as many stars as I'd like to. Like the night before, there was a meteor shower, and I would have loved to have seen that, but I didn't get an opportunity to because of cloud cover and it was foggy outside. But I want to make sure that when I go up north in the time where I'm at the cottage with all my cousins, like you guys have seen, I want to use this more and see if I can get some like really cool nighttime lapses. So we'll see what this is capable of, and I'm looking forward to trying this out more. One of the biggest things that I haven't actually tried out yet, I know that this has like all GoPros, but this is without a housing because it is sealed up, as you can see down here. It is sealed, and over here that it is waterproof up to 30 feet for 30 minutes, which is fantastic. So it might even be more. I'm not exactly sure what the spec was on that, but this is definitely something that I would be bringing up to the cottage, and literally, when I say this, I mean it very literally, throwing into the water. Like I'm going to chuck this to my cousin who is going to be in the water, like gonna catch it in midair. That could either go really well or it could go horribly wrong. Yeah, I can see that going horribly wrong. But yeah, so this is going to be so much fun. Like the videos are going to be just epic. I've never really used an underwater camera before, and I'm really excited to, because I actually get an opportunity now to utilize an underwater function, if you will, and still get like a 4K video that I never would have been able to get before on like a phone or something else, because I have an iPhone, and as all of you know, even if you're not an iPhone user, they're not waterproof. So I'm really excited to try this out and use it, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. Now, to my two caveats with this camera. My first one being battery life. I don't know if it's just the way that I use it. I don't know if it's like my screen brightness is too high or whatever it is. I typically use this, so like I said before, a lot for time lapses. And I didn't think that time lapses would actually waste as much battery as they do. Like I'll film a 2-minute time lapse, and I'll be at 2-minute time lapse being like 2 hours of footage, and I'll be at 25%. I don't know if this is to be expected. I was not really aware of this. I would like the battery life to be a little bit better. That may be something that they have fixed in the Hero 6, but I'm not 100% sure. I do want to buy an extra battery for this, and like a rechargeable thing, so I can charge both of my batteries at the same time. But it's just a little thing, but I would like the battery life to be a little bit better. One more thing, I guess one and the same, would be image quality. So image quality on this is fantastic for the most part, except for in two conditions. Now, one being low light conditions. For whatever reason, it's probably just because the sensor is physically not big enough or whatever it is. But it's not fantastic. It's not as good as I would like it to be in a lot of low light settings, which is really unfortunate. And I mean, it's probably meant to be more outside and more exposed situations. And then on top of that, I'd like to see a better color profile built into the camera. Now there's not a lot of depth in the color profile, like as shooting in a full frame camera, and obviously that's to be expected to a certain extent. However, I would like this to be just a little bit more rich in color. I don't want as much of a flat image as this gives off. I really would like some more rich colors into it. But honestly, that other than those like two very small things that color correction can fix in Final Cut, and battery life can just be more conservative, and I can buy another battery. Two easy fixes to a fantastic camera that I love you. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like rating down below. Make sure you let me know what you guys want to see me review next time. I'm sorry that I missed an upload yesterday. I was really busy, I had to do a lot of stuff during the day. So when you're watching this, it's Friday, or it's not Friday. I don't know when you're watching this. When I'm uploading this, it is Friday. I'm filming this, like I'm literally just finishing this up at 11 o'clock at night right now, so I'm going to finish this, edit this, and make sure it's uploaded for you guys tomorrow, not in an hour, but in tomorrow, like when you see this. I'm just confusing myself, and I'm probably confusing you guys, but make sure you like, subscribe, and have fun, guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace.